Okay, so extract A, folks. You are concerning yourselves with these questions here. How does the maniac adopt the pose of authority in these pages? Find an example. How does the maniac draw surprising political revelations from the superintendent across these two pages? How is this designed to shake our trust in the institutions of the state? So, brief explanations of this. If you look at the opening exchanges between Pisani and the superintendent, um, one of the very first important details that you'll see here is the sudden transformation from sort of aggressive obstinacy. In these passages, the superintendent here is and Pisani is really aggressive, and then as soon as they realise who they're speaking to, they suddenly become significantly more obsequious, kind of deferential. So you'll see here, His Honour the Judge is here to conduct the new inquiry. Why didn't you warn me? We were expecting you, Your Honour, but not so soon. Caught with your pants down, eh? Not at all. And then he glares at Pisani. I was trying to warn you, Palmy, but you wouldn't let me get a word in. Sir. And so you see this sudden sense of transformation in their demeanour. Further down, the maniac easily adopts this kind of pose and guise of authority in these lines. He said, I should hope so too. Take a tip from your superior, young man. A bit less of the familiar lip, a bit more backbone, and you wouldn't be coming to pieces at the first hint of hostilities. It's a different school altogether, isn't it, Superintendent? Here he uses the language that this kind of boys' club police officers seem to be kind of familiar with and comfortable with, and it buys the superintendent this sense of trust with the maniac. Then here, the maniac reveals that he recognizes the superintendent from Calabria, perhaps, and he stiffens with fear, which is important because he mentions Calabria because it's the site of some of the fascist youth camps that he later talks about, and he sees that the superintendent is associated with these fascist youth camps. And so he needs to then try and draw his trust. And so at the top, he gets him singing. From forth the sterilizing flame shall burst an instrument of steel. He gets him singing this fascist youth song and draws out the superintendent's associations with fascism by doing so. So we see these highly dubious political affiliations through the singing that he manages to draw out of the superintendent. And then as a result, the superintendent's eyes are filled with wonder and awe, and they sing a few bars of the fascist song together and do some salutes at each other. And so the great irony here, the maniac says, let's keep it to ourselves, shall we? And that's completely the polar opposite of what he's done. He's openly revealed it. So we've got a number of different, fairly strange political revelations about the superintendent, and what we then have to judge is what the impact of that is on the way the audience is supposed to perceive the institution of the police.